Okay, I'm fully strapped in. Let me have it. Tell me how that wasn't a total disaster from the ground up.
Well, you do have to remember that it was the first field test for the Necro Ball.
Necro what?
It's a new gizmo Curly and Larry here made. I'm a bit hazy on what it's supposed to do, but it's doing a pretty good job at trying to get us arrested.
But it did work correctly. We just suffered from a simple oversight that could have happened to anyone. It just confused the house's timber for dead tissue.
And what's the chance of them calling the cops on us?
I don't know. Maybe about as big as the hole we blew in their house.
So we're trying to keep a low profile while we drive around town in a hearse on Halloween. You guys won't take it personally if I get out and hitch a ride?
Yeah. Why are we in this thing anyway? I mean, whose bright idea was that? Oh, let me take a wild stab in the dark here. Mr. Spengler?
Well, the funeral coach provides us with more than adequate storage capacity. It offers surprisingly low gas mileage, and work lets me use it after hours. Well, providing there isn't any overflow. Actually, while we're on the topic, I had these business cards printed up. What do you think, Ray?
Wow. Personal guarantee to harvest your human organs to forestall decomposition. What can I say? Well, it's definitely memorable.
So you're working in a morgue now?
Not exactly. I moonlight at a funeral parlor. My fungal research is still paramount, but the embalming helps pay the bills.
Sounds like you really landed on your feet there, Egon.
Thank you, Ray.
Well, I guess it's a stable job. And you don't have to take your work home with you. Please tell me that you don't take your work home with you.
Twinkie! Look out!
Son of a... Hold on!
Now that was close!
You can say that again!
Okay, now that was close!
You know, I've got to say, I think I might need a minute here, guys. I really hope that wasn't supposed to be my entire life flashing in front of my eyes. Because all I saw was a giant Twinkie.
Maybe it's symbolic?
Huh?
Maybe the Twinkie is a metaphor for your life.
Thanks for that, Ray.
I'm being serious. I've been reading up on dream interpretation. Work has been quiet at the store and the books tend to sell themselves. So, you know...
Ray...
Oh yeah, sorry. Well, the Twinkie is made up of a sponge cake filled with cream. Maybe the sponge represents everything you feel you can control. And the cream is the stuff you can't.
So what do you think that all means?
I don't know. I haven't read all the book yet.
I'm showing you a sign, Ray. Let me know when you decipher it.
Are we playing that word guessing game, Venkman? I'm good at that. So that's one syllable, right? Is it a book? Not a song, is it? Venkman? Why's your head in your hands? Is that some kind of clue? Venkman.
Okay. Before I start hoping for another Twinkie truck to come our way, where are we headed?
I've got no idea. The rain is so heavy I can hardly see a thing through it. All I do know is that if we carry on driving through this, it's going to end bad. Like toe tag bad.
That's not on my to-do list today. We should rest up somewhere.
Yep, we should do that. And no one's gonna find us in this weather. Not unless they've got snorkel and flippers. Hey, there's a truck stop up ahead.
Great. Looks like we found ourselves a waffle place. I can feel my arteries hardening already.
Hey, it's waffles. Who can say no to waffles?
I don't understand. Why would you want to talk to a waffle?
Don't worry about it. You won't get much out of Ray now. He's got that faraway look in his eyes. We've lost him to the waffle gods. Hey, Egon, what do you know about confectionery-based possession?
You mean aside from the 100-foot-tall marshmallow man that attacked us years ago?
100 foot? No way was he any smaller than 150. Okay, 145 without the beret.
You know he gets taller every time you mention him.
Come on, guys! What are you waiting for?
Seriously, Ray, you want me to give you a list?
Ah, you're just on a sugar low. This is just what we need.
He's adorable, isn't he?
Like a puppy first time out in the rain. Wow. Well, I've got to say, now that looks almost good enough to eat.
You know, Winston, I feel as if we should give someone written consent before we try eating this.
What's the side dish? A defibrillator?
Okay, keep up with that kind of lip, fellas, and the next thing I'll be serving is your ass on a plate.
Ass on a plate? I might be wrong, but at the very least, that's got to contravene some food and hygiene code.
Food and hygiene code? Give me that. I'll give you food and hygiene code. All the way up the wazoo. And don't even think about refills cause the coffee's on the fritz.
Have we just been served? I do believe we've just been served.
Why is it that when I'm around you guys, things get really weird? Really quickly? I mean, it's one thing if we were out there trying to save the world. But you've got to admit that tonight just ended up being a home invasion.
Okay. Admittedly, tonight could have gone smoother, but you could argue that we're the victims of our own success.
How do you figure that?
Well, we've pretty much caught every ghost from the tri-state area years ago.
So you think there's nothing left to catch?
Well, I guess anything is possible. Maybe there's a couple of spooks bothering cobwebs up in an attic somewhere. But that doesn't scream viable business model to me.
Well, people do die every day, Peter.
I know you're only trying to cheer me up, Egon.
Theoretically, there should be enough wayward manifestations to financially support us indefinitely.
Exactly. There's a disconnect between that and practical application.
And yeah, theoretical doesn't pay the bills.
How about if we just let out a few ghosts? Nothing major. Just enough to get the business out of the red.
Just let out a few ghosts?
I can't tell if you're being serious or not.
Okay. Hear me out for a second. Maybe train up some new recruits and let them get slimed upside the head instead of us for a change. That would give us a chance to kick back. I could work on my tamp.
Please tell me you're joking, Venkman.
Of course I'm joking. I'm not without a heart, Ray. We could give them goggles if they ask nicely.
You're generous to a fault, Peter.
Actually, how's this for size? We should rent out the equipment, like a franchise operation. Now all we need to do is let a few ghosts out of the containment unit.
Hey, Peter, I hate to tear you away from your brainstorm, but you might want to take a look at this.
I wouldn't call it exactly a classical orchestra. We are more of an ensemble, really.
Okay, so has your group played anywhere this special before?
Well, this is certainly a unique place to perform. And for one thing, the view from all the way up here is unarguably breathtaking. Sorry. I didn't actually know where we were playing until moments ago. So I have to admit all of this is a bit sudden. I imagine that's due to keeping the event out of the news. Not until now, at least.
You know why Dana's on TV, Peter?
I have no idea. Maybe they're showing a Halloween special on my exes.
That looks really heavy. Well, I hope you use the elevator to get that up here, otherwise that'd be murder on the back. I've heard you're supposed to lift with your knees. Or is that don't lift with the knees? I work out, but I'm no fanatic.
I think I better get back and prepare for the performance.
Excuse me.
Oh, of course. And thank you for your time. Okay, well that gives me a chance to remind viewers or those who have just joined us into why we are here. According to several sources, the Commissioner of the Department of Environmental Protection put this together, and he's due to give a major announcement any moment now. Yes, Tri-State TV reporting to you live. Any moment now. It's expected that'll be his ambition to run for mayor of New York. And he couldn't have picked a more dramatic spot with such an intimate company to mark his announcement, to expose his intentions. That came out wrong. I meant he might show us his agenda. That sounds worse. What I really meant to say is this is a great setting to start his mayoral election. This is a great setting to start his mayoral election. While we wait for that statement, we can soak up the incredible atmosphere up here on the Manhattan skyline at night. On Halloween, no less. Let's try and see if we can get a shot of that street parade we passed on the way here. Excuse me. Pardon me. Coming through. We should get a great view from looking over this balcony. Wow, we're really high up, aren't we? I mean, really high up. I'm not feeling too good. Give me just a second.
Where did they find this guy?
Oh, I don't know, Ray. It's not every day you get to see someone puke off a skyscraper. That's got to be worth something. I'm not sure what exactly.
Oh no. This is terrible.
What is it?
That's a little harsh, Egon.
Is that?
Okay, I'm no expert.
Ray.
But I always thought she played pretty well.
Oh no!
I just don't believe it.
It can't be.
It just can't be.
Yes, but it's right there.
This must be a dream.
Or a nightmare.
You know what they're talking about?
Not a clue. But my experience tells me that we should start worrying when they go quiet.
It's unmistakable. The horns, the glowing eyes.
The enormous hulking mass.
I must be going crazy.
I'll need a matching straitjacket.
We've got ourselves a terror dog.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought we put them firmly in the forget-about-it pile.
Well, this evidently points to the contrary. And what is even more concerning is that it acts as a cross-dimensional herald for the entity known as Gozer the Gozerian.
Now you must remember her. Tall, slim chick. Had killer cheekbones. Sounded like she had a major cigar habit. Ray had the whole no I'm not a god thing with her.
Oh, That gozer, the Gozerian. I think I did a pretty good job at trying to block out the majority of all of it.
Listen!
Multiple sightings are coming in of an incident in downtown Manhattan.
This is live video feed from Manhattan. We need to be following this. Like now.
Like right this minute!
This is very bad. If it manages to open a portal between our dimension and its own.
Oh my God. If that's true, then that could mean it could spell the end of the world.
The apocalypse.
Doomsday.
Ragnarok.
Armageddon.
Okay, I get it. It's got serious.
Damn right, it's got serious. We're out of waffles.
Venkman, we need to go.
Seriously? It's bucketing down out there.
There is a Gozerian emissary running through the streets of Manhattan as we speak. We don't have time to wait for the luxury of good weather. This is perfect. Let me explain with this. Okay, so this mint represents our world. And this cup of cola is the Gozerian dimension. And this is what happens if our worlds meet. Are you paying attention, Peter?
So you're saying we better stock up on mints?
Give it a second.
That's awesome. Do that again.
You can do this as much as you like if we close the Gozer portal.
Why didn't you say that before? Let's get going.
Now, what do you think you're doing over there? This is a respectable establishment. Quit screwing around.
Please excuse us, ma'am. We were explaining to our colleague the severity of an impending scenario. Apologies for the mess we may have inadvertently made. But I can assure you that this may have attributed in saving billions of lives, some of which are patrons to your fine premises.
Yeah, well, you weirdos better keep it down over there. And if you don't like it, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out.
What is it with her and asses?
Hey, I heard that you're worthless, bum.
You've got to admit it, though. You've got a kind of thing going on, haven't you?
Up your keister.
Hey, I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Peter Venkman, before our dimensional integrity is compromised beyond repair.
Okay, already. I'm coming. Sheesh. Okay, you heard the guys. I've got to go save the world. Again. So no tears this time, okay? I know how much you hate it when I have to leave.
You got some cheek.
Upper or lower?
You better get out of here before I tear you a new one.
But there's a chance I might not make it back. So promise me you'll learn to love again. And remember, we'll always have Geneva. Yep, I've still got it.
Let me know when we are back on air. I don't want to get caught saying something embarrassing. Like admitting it was me who gave everyone pink eye at the network's last office party. We're on the air now, aren't we? Dagnammit! In my defense, I had no idea that air conditioning units could spread airborne fecal matter so quickly. Anywho, so you're joining us back here where the Commissioner Walter Peck has just officially thrown his hat into the mayoral race. Let's try and get a little closer.
You are all most kind. I am honored that so many of you good citizens of Manhattan could make it, especially on such an auspicious night as tonight. Equally, I'm honored to stand before you, declaring my intention to be the next mayor of New York. Now, some may ask why I chose this rooftop for this announcement. The reason is simple. Tonight we stand so very far from the gutter. This didn't happen by chance. This wasn't by accident. This happened by hard work and sacrifice. Tonight we stand so tall that we touch the skies through our aspiration. We strive. Through sheer will, we will build and rise ourselves up to the gods. It is this very drive that we hope to better the world in which we live. And it is this very spirit that I intend to sweep into City Hall when elected. If elected. As a symbol of my intent, I bring you here to witness a momentous event. The restoration of the Shandor Tower. This building was so cruelly cut down many years ago. But if it was not for the one man's fortitude, we would have been deprived of this marvel. Such beauty lost forever. This is a testament to the power of will and aspiration. Would you all please welcome the man who retrieved every piece of debris and funded its reconstruction? Andrei Vosto.
I am not a man of many words. forged entirely in selenium. This is the final altar piece. And once placed, the Goza temple will be whole once more. There. The shrine is complete.
You didn't tell me that you'd arranged a light show.
Yes, Mr. Peck. I do hope that you appreciate surprises.
To be continued.
Okay, Ray, I'll bite. What exactly are we doing here? Trust me, I figured it all out.
We've been expecting you.
Well, I have to admit that it is undeniably an interesting subject matter.
Whenever you say things are about to get interesting, I end up picking bits of ectoplasm out of my ass for months.
Voices that rest eternal, lip the bondage of silence and cross the void.
Did you tell her that we're dashing international jet setters or something? Maybe with a weakness for pretty ladies wearing tight black evening dresses?
It's not that bad. A bit of dusting and you might not think we've been here.
We're monsters, Ray. Monsters.
You're video calling me again, and I hope that is your ear canal.
What did you do? And should I be worried?
I had these business cards printed up. What do you think, Ray?
Personal guarantee to harvest your human organs to forestall decomposition.
Well, it's definitely memorable.
My fungal research is still paramount, but the embalming helps pay the bills.
Well, I guess it's a stable job, and you don't have to take your work home with you. Please tell me that you don't take your work home with you.
Maybe the Twinkie is a metaphor for your life. Maybe the sponge represents everything you feel you can control. And the cream is the stuff you can't. What do you know about confectionery-based possession?
Why would you want to talk to a waffle?
Come on, guys. What are you waiting for?
You want me to give you a list?
Ah, you're just on a sugar low. This is just what we need.
He's adorable, isn't he?
Like a puppy first time out in the rain.
Thank you. Tonight we stand so very far from the gutter. This didn't happen by chance. This wasn't by accident. This happened by hard work and sacrifice.
I am not a man of many words. There! The shrine is complete.
Louis Tully doesn't know the meaning of the word peril. Janine says there are gaps in my education.
Can we form two orderly lines? Men and women to the left, and multi-dimensional terror dogs to the right. Ghostbusters, let them rip.
Ghostbusters. Prepare for death.
We did it! Who's got two thumbs and kicked Sailor Boy's butt? This guy right here!
Come here, Venkman. Shut up and kiss me.